plans. Diablo. Maybe a fairy. Why am I being a fairy? Don't like that noise. Jesus. It's never tried. I was a trike yesterday. In the death matching. Maybe a shant. Why am I being a shant? Oh, there's a shant right now. Wonder what that Giga's 2 calling though. 2 call. The hell? That's a first. My game froze. Shut up, you bastard. Why the hell do I want to play a pew? So I can suffer?
Hello.
Hello. Or hello.
How dare you call my bad son a bastard?
I don't give a shit. Every time he tries to talk to me, he's always got some shit to say to me, so I don't care. Little rat.
Oh, he's just teasing you.
Yeah, you can tease an elephant. Doesn't mean it's not gonna crush you.
I'm pretty sure an elephant wouldn't get
What?
pissed.
What? If you went up and poked it with a stick? You don't think it would be, you know, okay. You're just teasing me, so I'll just let you go.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
What the fuck? Why do I feel
How do you know what an elephant will do, Safar? I mean, you don't have a trunk, you don't have big ears, you don't have tusks. You definitely didn't grow up in Africa. You're way too humanized for that.
Nicole,
Yeah.
I need you to know one thing.
You came, you saw, you conquered.
Well, kind of. Well, I'm a pew. And I'm getting ready to suffer. What capsule?
Why are you playing a few. They are literally the most boring herbivore.
Well, apparently Capsule, he wants me to play a pew. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. I don't know why I'm playing a pew either. In fact, I think I'm just about to respawn.
I'm tempted to either get on and go Theory or
I was actually thinking about going Theory. I haven't been a Theory in a while.
You want to do a Theory herd?
A flock. Sure.
Whatever. Clan, tribe, whatever.
Tribe. Infinity. What? God, Capsule. You get on my damn nerves. You need to rein in your son. Keep him on a leash.
Don't you tell me how to parent my bad son.
Your bat son.
Bad son.
You don't even parent him.
I absolutely do.
Oh, hell. I bet you the bitch hasn't had lunch money in 5 years.
Well, how else is he gonna get street smart, Safar?
Oh my god.
He's gotta be crafty.
Yeah, while you go and get your cigarettes.
Damn right.
Oh my god. Just want to let you know, son. I do this because I care. Puffs of smoke in him.
Damn right. He'll tell you when he was a toddler, I would set his bottle in the middle of the table and be like, "All right, go get it." He'd stare at me from his little fucking sleeper thing or whatever they call it.
Sleeper thing. Whatever it was for you, I'm sure it wasn't that fancy.
Are you saying that I'm not fancy?
Yeah.
Are you saying that I lack class?
A little bit.
How dare you?
Well, I mean, I've been called worse.
I mean, it's not really calling you anything. It's saying, how dare you?
Nicole. Shut up.
No.
I forgot how fast Theries were.
Oh yeah, they're fucking quick.
What the hell is going on with that Giga? Who's the Giga?
Apparently we have 3 gigas on right now.
3 gigas? If I knew that, I would have went like a trike or something. Holy shit. Last time I looked, there was only one, and then pop.
There's Cambria, Skeletal, and Timberwolf.
Jesus. That is a lot.
As a theory, they're probably not going to mess with you, so...
Yeah. I just don't want them to get a bite on me, because Theries do not handle bleed well.
I'm going to come in and log in as the male.
I was already the male.
Oh, are you? Well, you usually go female.
I mean, I wasn't really thinking about that. I mean, I can respawn.
Whatever you want. I mean, because I can come female.
No, I'll go female. I mean, technically, we could both be female. Let someone try and woo us.
Who's gonna come and woo us?
I have no idea. Infinity, you are filling my chat with nothing interesting. Oh, I'm at Little Marsh.
Yeah, that's where Theries tend to spawn. That's where all of my Theries have spawned.
Well, maybe then we'll just spawn right next to each other, hopefully. I don't like that the sun's about to go down. This new patch that's probably going to go live any minute, because definitely said that was going to be soon. It's going to be a shit ton of stuff done.
Like what?
Enough to where I can't read it. I can't think of all of it off the top of my head. Well, I'll read it right here. I actually have it already pulled up, and it is a long list. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Okay. First thing. Engine stability improvements plus bug fixes. Fixed engine crash related to building foliage instances. Started importing full body roar animations. I wonder what that's about. Adjusted rotations on a few skeletal mesh sockets. Optimized Dino shader. Other stuff. Fixed an issue with opacity, mass, removed extra height, no, more technical stuff. Added different detail of textures and fuzzy shading to feathered dinosaurs, gives a sort of velvety effect. Updated Anki blueprint, work in progress, incomplete. Tail smash. They're gonna put a tail smash in. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't read that the first time. You know how like it. You know how like you ever seen like a documentary where like an ankylosaur will, you know, kind of just smash its tail down when it's threatened?
Yeah.
Is it? I'm guessing something like that. That's gonna be amazing. I've actually always wanted something like that for Anki. Maybe capsule. Tail per emitter sound all play, regardless of Anki moving or not. Added an eye shine intensity scaler so that eye reflect amount can be driven by moon flash. Oh, so they added eye shine. That's cool. I actually noticed that when I was on Dead Branch earlier. Fits camera being broken for small dinos and growth. Survival game mode improvements, improved spawning AI. Updated Therizinosaurus statistics so he isn't a lightweight creature, which I've already been on there and looked at the Cerado, and unless it hasn't taken effect yet, which I doubt, there's really nothing significant about it. Although I haven't tested the damage on it, so maybe that's something that he's done with it. But the speed is exactly the same. The health pool, pretty much the same. So, we'll see. They updated the Rex blueprint for locomotion speeds, Giga blueprint for locomotion speeds. That was the nerf that I was talking about. Allowed adult and subadult Tyrannosaurus to nest in babies in survival, so subadults will be able to nest in babies. Now here,
That's what we need. We need taking babies.
Yeah. And now here's one that's really important to me. Added 800 weight, mass, and health to Stegosaurus. So, and I've already tested that. I haven't tested damage, but that thing has 400 or 4,800 health now. That's almost as much as a Rex and an Anki. So you know that thing is going to be wrecking shit. Added new materials and textures for Carnosaurs, subadults, juvie, and hatchling. Fitzdillo and Cerado shared the same local chat. Added Carnotaurus life cycle to survival blueprints. Subadult hatchling incomplete, juvenile to be tested. Adult needs growth cycle adjusted. Added juvenile-related animation duplicates. Adjusted Carno skeleton so retargets work properly. Added a custom subsurface mask to Spinosaurus. Update the Diabloceratops to have more weight, mass, and health. Added Utahraptor to survival and complete. Fits hatchling, Rex sliding. Added Carnotaurus life cycle ready for testing. It added a new Utahraptor locomotion animations, adjusted Utahraptor blend space and animation blueprint. Adjusted subadult Carno to not be invisible. Adjusted Carno animation blueprint to give control to Dino Spine. Update Trot animations. Added Juvian subadult sounds and animation duplicates. Adjusted Utah for survival and complete. Fits Anki attack bug because for some reason the animations for attacking or any of the animations except walking and running and stuff wouldn't show up for Anki. Fits Oro, Berry, Dillo sliding. Updated Carno GV hatchling blueprints to use proper ABPs. Updated character list for Carno survival editions. Updated GV and hatchling locomotion animations. Updated adult and subadult Carno survival to nest and hatchling survival. And whatever. And that's it. And there's probably going to be more that's going to be added to that.
Sounds like a lot's coming.
Oh yeah. A lot of good stuff. I'm excited for Stego. That's going to be a real tank now. And Diablo's getting more health and mass. That'll be good. Where did you spawn?
I'm getting ready to head back inside. I'm not at the computer.
Oh, okay. Hey, Retsu. Hello. I haven't seen you on the streams. Yeah, Olin Olet? I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that. Jesus, it's getting dark. Waiting for Nicole to get on and be a theory with me and we can get this on the road. shit around there. There's like 3 gigas on. That's not gonna be fun. What? Number 1, that's for the compliment when you were a baby pew that injured you coiling. That fucker. When I was a baby pew? I don't remember that. Oh, on that video? Trying to scan my memory. God, that lightning outside. I feel like I'm about to be struck. Jesus, more dillos. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Haza Haza. Or Haza Haza, however you pronounce it. Where the hell is Nicole? Probably smoking a freaking cigarette still. Freaking Dillo around here. God damn it, I laid a nest. I don't want that. Yay. That sounded a little too close for my comfort. I think I might want to leave. Just a Dillo. I'm not fighting a Giga right now. I think fairies are fast as hell and have more stam. Oh, that's nice, Adrian. Dessert is always a good thing. Unless what you ate prior to that was just as good and you don't have any room. That happens to me a lot. Oh god, that storm is about to... Ugh. I know where I am. The crater's over there. Should I go to crater? You're demons. These are boogers here, not demons. They're my boogers. boogers as in Sasquatch, by the way, because I know some people think when I say boogers, you know, just shit that comes out of your mouth, yeah, your nose. And that's not the booger I'm talking about. Booger is a term used by Southerners for Bigfoot. That's what they called them down here. And since you all know that I love Sasquatch, well, everyone's my boogers. Or at least my viewers. And I hope that Giga decided to give up, which I doubt, but that's okay. Hopefully Nicole will show up anytime. Anytime. Most people don't come to Crater, so should be safe for now. Sent on because I can barely see myself. At least I'll be able to see descent of other things if they get close.
Hey, Safar, are you there?
Yep.
Where are you at?
I'm at Crater because I had to leave because that Giga was homing in on me. I mean, he's still near, but I don't think he knows exactly. Yeah.
I heard him too.
Oh, but there's a Dillo. Get away from me.
Because I am over at, in the field next to Big Marsh.
Oh, then I'll head there then.
Do you want to come over here or do you want me to come to you?
I'll go over there. The Giga, I don't like where he is. I don't see him, but he was still close, so he's probably near Sundial looking for me. So I'm going to try and juke him. Make him think that I'm heading to Crater, and then just head to Big Marsh. And I'll be quick about it. Good thing Theries are quick. They have a lot of stam. I have scent turned on so I can see what's coming. Because I can barely see right now. And night vision does not help. Okay. I'm at Big Marsh. Oh, I see you. There we are. Well, the Giga knows where we are now, but at least there's two of us, and hopefully only one of him. I'm not eager to go into the marsh right now, with all that tall grass and how dark it is. There's a Giga, there's a Anki.
Yeah, I heard him too.
He's right over there.
Oh, there he is.
Little turd just floating by. Let's focus on using F calls for majority until something happens. Keep 2 calls sparingly. You're a female, right? Or a male?
Yep, I'm female.
Okay, so we're both female.
Threaten the Yankee.
I'm a hyper-aggressive animal. I don't want him near me. Yeah, he shouldn't be 2 calling us either. We're going to Rapids. That's a good choice.
I need water, so.
Yeah, Rapids is probably the better place. Plenty of food, open space. Only 2 ways in, 2 ways out. Let me check my chat. Oh, no one talked. We're good going. This is a spawn point.
So I fell off that cliff as a Herrera earlier. That was fun.
Why?
Didn't see it. It was this dark out, and I was just like running straight.
I'm sure you were disappointed.
It was one of those moments where I paused. And was
mistakes
like, well,
were made.
Okay. Didn't die though.
Oh, glory. Because you would want to be alive. With a broken leg as a Herrera. I actually haven't seen many Herreras lately. It's all been Dillos, and that's it.
Well, I mean, there was a Dryo pack on earlier, so I wanted to give them something to be anxious about. But then a couple of Stegos joined them, and I couldn't hunt.
Without anger into Stego.
Yeah, I mean, then I respawned as a berry, and we killed a Utah, and we had the Stego charge us a couple times, even though we were well out of nameplate distance.
I don't know why he did that. If you were that far away from him, he probably would want nothing to do with you. Or should have. Thank you for going through me.
You're welcome.
I enjoy it. People are gonna
shit right now.
You know, people are gonna shit their pants when they at collision. No more walking through people. No more morphing into people, becoming one. And maybe, just maybe, no more molesting.
No, it'll still happen.
Checking that ridge. We're in a good
And
place.
honestly, we've had collision before where dinosaurs just got stuck on each other all the time.
Yeah, well, wasn't that only for Rex, though? For the longest time?
No, I've seen Mayas get stuck on each other.
Well, I'm talking about an What the fuck? Damn, hi. You need to stop being so nice to shit.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's a Dryo.
I don't give a shit what it is.
It's not a hyper-aggressive animal.
The Dryo.
I didn't even friendly call it. Or I friendly called the Dryo, but I didn't friendly call the Anki.
I said one friendly call to Dryo. I won't pay attention to the Dryo. Because when you call to them, you're giving them way like, oh, let's be friends. Now look at it. Now it wants more.
The Sasquatch forest?
Who the hell are you talking to?
You.
I don't even know what you said. I saw Sasquatch horror.
I said, what the fuck is the Sasquatch forest?
It's a forest where all my Sasquatches are. It's in the name.
Why do you own Sasquatches?
I don't own them. They come at their free will.
That's what the white man used to say back in the day.
Oh my god.
I don't own them, I'm saving them.
For later.
Why are you limping?
I'm not limping, Nicole.
Don't question them.
I'm not limping.
I saw you get all low.
What?
Maybe he's trying to break it down.
Oh my god.
But he's not shoddy. And he doesn't have boots with the fur.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Oh, God.
I am your elder. You can't talk to me that
Oh,
way.
shut up. I'm your elder. Quite the elder to look up to. Bitch. Let's, okay. Strike one. Strike one.
You know, I seem to recall the first time meeting you, you bitching out Angel because you didn't want to fight and she wanted to fight for matriarch, and you bitched out.
Because I didn't care about matriarch.
Where's that room with the kids that were afraid of me? Are they still there?
That was Capsule and Rage. I think Capsule's watching the stream Safar's doing right now.
I was gonna go scare him. Oh look, my name. Let's add tags.
Have you know, Angel is very mean to me, okay?
According to you, everyone is mean to you.
I never said that. They may be annoying to me. Don't run up on me like that. What the hell is wrong with you?
This ain't your hood.
What the hell? Yeah, let's call every carnivore in the server right to us. Free KFC bucket right here. Come get it. Kentucky Fried. Get Nicole's big ass in a bucket. Fry her deep fried. Crispy. And burnt. Bitch! Strike 2! No, strike 3. Elevated. You pissed me off. Strike 3.
Nicole, click my name in Discord.
Jesus.
I only hit you once, you dick.
How many times I hit you?
Twice.
Oh well. Better lay down.
Just discipline.
No.
We need to be even.
Oh hell. Yeah, be self-destructive. You didn't have to hit me. You didn't have to hit me.
You didn't have to be a dick to me.
Oh, hey, you're a bitch to me all the time. And I don't do anything. But when I retaliate, you get mad. Oh my.
The nicest person I know. I was sitting here, I was being quiet.
Oh my God.
The nicest person you know out of like who? Me?
That's a low standard.
Yeah, the fucking Theory is nicer than I am.
What the fuck? We're done. Go away from me. Go find your own flock.
Jesus Christ, Cody, why do you have all those stats?
Because I am the God King.
He has literally every tag. It runs off the Discord channel.
The God King. Lay down and heal. Get away from me. Where are you going?
Away from you.
We are a flock. You better come here. No, don't run. You were so... Wow. And that is how you herd cattle.
You can run down. You can walk down that hill.
Hell no. I'm taking the right way. That's how cattle get spooked. They don't know where to go, so they just go off a cliff.
Are you calling me a cow?
I don't know. Are you a cow?
You can walk down that hill right there, though.
You didn't.
I ran.
Yeah. Well, look at you now. Broken. Broke back mountain.
I'm not that kind of gay.
What the fuck?
I'm the kind of gay that is accepted and exists because I'm female.
You keep talking about bringing the gay agenda.
How do you do anything with any of these people and not get it automatically demonetized?
Actually, there's a lot of my videos that got demonetized. I didn't even notice, but whatever. It's not like I really got anything off of them. Now, because you, I hope you would learn from your mistakes now. You know not to be a bad girl. So I'm going to reward you with the feather duster.
What the fuck's for?
You like that?
No, I don't.
It really gets into crevices. I don't think so. Look at you! Such an instigator. These fairies, if this was realistic, these fairies would not be friends at all. I'm surprised you lived. Watch a Giga come out. Sucks for you.
Let's be real, none of our dinosaurs would ever be friends so far.
Probably. It would be associates. A means to an end. I wish Theris could heal a little bit more. Was that an Hallow? Yep, that's an Hallow. I keep wanting to see my stats. I keep pressing insert, but nothing happens.
I know, at least the center button shows so that it makes it easier when you're trying to eat a corpse or trying to eat a specific bush.
I guess, but I never really use that. I can actually count on my hand how many times I tried using that dot. Back in the way day of the aisle I did. Hello, Skylar Schaffer. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell those yelling about. I think I've just about healed up.
Lucky you, you bitch.
Listen, first of all, you instigated that fight. And you didn't have to run off that cliff.
It was a slope.
You broke your leg, so it doesn't matter. You hobbling. No, don't. Yeah, me. Holy hell! Look at you! No, go away from me. Go away! What the hell? Stop F-calling me! You're not friendly! Go away!
I'm gonna show you my manicure!
You don't have a manicure, goddamn! Edward Scissorhands, go away from me! Jesus! What the fuck? Leave that poor... I actually kind of like how these theories are acting towards each other. It actually reminds me of chickens. They're always chasing each other away, the head hens, the roosters. Chickens are vicious.
Yeah, they are. They're only really nice if you handle them a lot when they're young.
Yeah.
Birds are in general are really dumb. Like they'll be really vicious to each other one minute, and then the next minute they'll be
fine.
like, yeah, they'll be grooming each other and shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're more reactors. You know what I mean? They react to stuff. That's how I actually think. Well, a lot of paleontologists think that dinosaurs were. A lot of the questions were. And they stem from, like, Jurassic World, where they train velociraptors and stupid shit like that. But, like, it would be more of a reactionary training. Like, if you throw the bars around and you put food out, they'll remember that, and they'll know that means food. And that's probably the extent of how it would go. Because, remember, dinosaurs are not like... modern animals. They're not that sophisticated.
Well, I mean, my birds, for example, because I have 3 cockatiels, and I have 2 cages. One of the cage has a slot in the middle that has barring, so they can't actually get to each other, but they can reach through the bars.
Mm-hmm.
And through the bars, they will sit there, they will sing at each other, they'll groom to each other, they'll feed each other, and they'll fight through the bars. And usually what happens when they fight through those bars is they're grooming each other. One pulls one of the other one's feathers, and it turns into a bickering fest that turns into, like, actually screeching and screaming at each other. But then, like, 10 to 15 minutes later, they're fine. They're grooming again.
Yep. See, that's X. You do something. It's a cause and effect. It's not like a dynamic as mammals and how they think. It's a lot of reactions and of course that varies of the extent of that with different types of birds. But it's just a theory with dinosaurs. But some people, they don't understand that, or at least they forget that animals back then are not as sophisticated. Well, even in the Pleistocene and Pliocene areas with the mammals are not as sophisticated or...
Well, the issue is we don't really know how sophisticated they are. We can make guesses based on their skeletons, but, you know, their skeletons can only tell us so much.
Well, we also look at their brain cavities and the shape of their brain and which parts of the brain was most developed, just like we do today. And that's the best estimates that we can get because all we have is their bones.
True as that may be, though, we only understand the organics of such things based on modern day organics, and obviously they're not modern day. I mean, they say that back then that the oxygen that was in the atmosphere was actually very highly toxic. So obviously they would have had defense mechanisms against that, but who's to say that just because they have a smaller developed I don't know, medulla oblongata, which is an actual section of the brain. I don't know what the fuck it does, but, you know, let's say it's social aspect or, you know, friendliness, just because it's smaller doesn't mean that it's not as strong as something as a modern day creature.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, like, all we have are the fossils. You know, behavior does not fossilize. You know, organs don't really fossilize. I mean, it's a rare thing where they're preserved, but most of the time, all we have is the bones. And sometimes we don't even have that. We only have fragments.
I mean, we see evidence of herds of Diabloceratops, for example, where you can find their tracks and you can tell that they lived in massive family bands.
Mm-hmm.
And to live in a massive family band, you actually have to look at actual modern day animals and see how they act. You know, a massive herd of zebra or wildebeest or even deer to some extent.
Yeah, because that's the one thing that does not change over time, and that's nature, the nature of how animals think and how animals, at least to a generalized extent, the different practices of how animals survive, that doesn't change over time. The laws of nature, that doesn't change. Numbers, of course.
I just mean to bring that point up because, you know, to live in a family unit like that,
yeah, it takes social skills.
They would have to be social.
And I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm just saying, you know, the dynamic of like mammals today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of evolving, is to be better than the generation before you.
Honestly, I don't necessarily think it's even about being better. I think it's about adjusting to the climate.
Well, that is
because
what happens.
You don't see any evolution at all in sharks beyond the different types of species in which they eat, such as the cone tooth and the long needle teeth. You know, because there are some sharks that have the cone teeth, and those teeth are for gripping and tearing and all those. And the needle teeth, you know, like what you see on sand tigers, those are just specifically for gripping. They don't thrash or anything. And then there are like the tiger sharks specifically that are cone teeth, but the cones aren't, you know, the traditional up and down cones like you would see in a great white. They're that very unique, almost Nike, backwards Nike mark kind of look. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps I should clarify a little more. What I meant is evolving, adapting, that is based on the environment, like you said. What I meant, I forgot to mention, is when in terms of like mating and how animals choose their mates, you know, how strong the traits, they want genes that are going to be able to continue their line so that they will better be able to survive, you know, in the future. I feel like that is, well, in turn, an evolution and over time. I mean, you evolve over time. So, and evolution is only necessary when it's necessary, too. Like some insects. Or some, shit. What's it called? Lampreys. Though you could say that's a living fossil, because those things, I mean, it's pretty much almost the exact same thing as it was way back, millions of years ago in the, I can't remember the the era. It was before the dinosaurs. Of course, they were throughout the dinosaurs too, but they first developed back before the Triassic. I think it was the Premium. I think that's how you say it. But it's before dinosaurs is when they first developed, with a lot of organisms that led to dinosaurs. But you know, it all comes full circle. You know, there's a mass extinction every so 100 or million years. You know, something gets wiped out, but there's always some that survive, and those give way to development and evolution, and they become the dominant figures.
I don't even know if it was necessarily mass extinction that the reason why is we don't see dinosaurs today, honestly. Because, you know, on that note of evolution, you know, creatures changing to the environments that,
well, some say that they were already dying out before the supposed asteroid that hit.
Well, the point that I'm trying to make up is that, you know, we're seeing evidence of evolution right now before our very eyes in polar bears.
Yeah.
And they're not dying out as people say they are. Perhaps the individual polar bears are, but they are still continuing their genes through the Kodiak bears and the brown bears that are in their general areas. And it's creating a whole new species.
Yeah.
And, you know, once the last polar bear dies, all we're going to ever have of them are skeletons and, you know, obviously pictures. But, you know, assuming we didn't have photography and media the way that we do, all we would have are the skeletons and then this, you know, lighter but bigger brown bear.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say the dinosaurs actually fully died out the way that we have always been taught?
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, that's the thing, too. We don't fully 100% know. And that's why teaching this kind of stuff, you're not teaching them exactly about dinosaurs. You're teaching people how to think about dinosaurs. You know, how to make up theories about dinosaurs and what the possibilities are, because we don't know 100%. We don't even know 100% about animals today. You know, I mean, we barely have even discovered, you know, even half of the animals today. I mean, there's just so much stuff, such a large scope of discoveries that have not been made yet. I mean, it's unthinkable. And
oh yeah, I mean, we're still finding mammals to this very day that have never been discovered before, and we don't even want to talk about what all is in the ocean.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's just so much stuff, and you know. But that's also why
we haven't even discovered a drop of what's in the ocean.
Yeah, and that's why I like, you know, mysteries, and that's why I love cryptids too, and I love paleontology. It's because it's the unknown. You see these massive animals that you know existed once, but you can't see them anymore. And that's the mystery. That's the, you know, the urge to discover. And that's why I love it. It makes you think. And
right, because at least talking in terms of living on planet Earth, those things are literally the last frontier.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Have you heard? They did you know, Parasaurolophus, the hadrosaur. You know, with the crest, the long crest. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know, but they did tests because thankfully Parasaurolophus, we are fortunate enough to have found well-preserved skulls of their heads, or skulls of heads, same thing, but and that intricate system of in their crest, when you open it up, I mean, it's a chamber of just different things, very advanced, and you know, we're still to this day trying to figure out what exactly it was for, whether it was just, you know, to, you know, distinguish each other in a herd, or, you know, to communicate, which we do believe that they were able to do low frequency with that. And what they were able to do is that they were able to look at the skull. they were able to judge the lung capacity, the size of the lungs, and how much air they could take in, and actually recreate a estimation of what they sounded like per syllabus. And you can actually look it up. And when I heard that on YouTube, it almost felt kind of like you're not supposed to be able to know what that sounds like. You know what I mean? It's like it's opening just a little foggy window into a
Right.
world outside that you know nothing about. It's like it feels, when you listen to that, it feels forbidden. It feels like you shouldn't have known how that sounded like, because it's just so, when you realize how long ago these things lived, and you're able to even see a glimpse of what it was like back then, it's really something, you know? Just a simple video like that. And I love it. It's really cool. I actually think you should listen to it, because the sounds are... If I heard that in the forest, I would be pissing my pants. And those are just hadrosaurs. Yeah, I'll link it to you. Oh, hello, people that's in my chat. There were some people that was... Oh, Timberwolf. She's in the Discord. Many Timberwolf said, it's not just environmental changes, it's also diet climate predators. Like the whale, it used to have legs dwelling on land, but for the lack of food, it had to swim to get food, and because of predators. Well, I mean, that all bundles into what we were talking about, because the environment also dictates the predators. I mean,
I also don't know if that's necessarily true either. Look at the otter. The otter is obviously a land mammal, but it lives the majority of its life in the water. And the next step from an otter is a seal or a sea lion, you know, where they still have bipedal legs, and they're still, well, sea lions have bipedal. I'm pretty sure that seals aren't whatever it's called. Anyway, but they still go on land, but live a majority of their lives in water. And eventually, they are going to become something more than what they are right now. And they're going to become more whale than what they are right now.
Yeah.
Because we see evidence, and you know, marine biology is my field. I went to I had a few college courses in this kind of stuff. A lot of whales and dolphins are actually born with thin hair, and after the first couple of days it falls out.
Mm-hmm.
And you also see in manatees have hair. You just can't see it until like you're up close and touching them, but they have hair.
Mm-hmm.
And a manatee doesn't even come out of the water. Why does a manatee have hair? Because at one point it used to be a land mammal.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing that I love about animals, is that, well, even in us, you can see little things that show you a window into the past, you know what I mean? How it was and how it lived. And you see evolution every day.
Did you see that one really interesting documentary about mermaids having been found?
Was it like a Discovery thing or Animal Planet thing?
I don't remember if it was National Geographic or Animal Planet, but they brought up a lot of really interesting points as to why we came from the ocean.
Well, if it's anything, if you're talking about what I'm thinking, that was actually proven to be fake. Like, they were actors and stuff. It was just one of those spoofs. But the points that they were making, I actually did enjoy listening to. But,
well, the webbing between our fingers,
yeah.
for example, or how we sweat one of the most valuable resources that animals, you know, go crazy over, which is salt, and how we have very little hair compared to other mammals. Most of our hair is either directly on top of our head or, you know, in our more genital regions or under our arms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, we obviously have arm and leg hair, but it's nowhere near as dense.
It's not, yeah. It's nothing that will protect us in weather or anything.
the most it does is tell us when it's cold.
Yeah.
Or if something's crawling on us.
Yeah.
Which is why we actually are ticklish.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Timber. Oh, I put that link. Hello, Flash. I knew, Nebulous. I put that link in admin chat. You need to look at that. It is really cool. I love it. Like, if you're anything like me, you'll get, like, goosebumps when you hear it.
Okay, so I just listened to that.
Now remember, it's not 100%.
Right.
Those were just tests.
I could see where they're going with it, but it almost sounds too ethereal, I suppose.
Well, the first one I feel was infrasound, not and the second ones were, you know, normal honks and calls. But
it just sounded too chimey, I suppose, for me to find it necessarily believable. But the direction they were going with it, that
yeah.
I can
well, I think they were trying to give you a you know, a range of different tones and calls. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I can see how you see that it's kind of chimey. Chimey.
We were talking about a video where paleontologists had opened up a skull of a parasaur, and they were able to, based on its lung capacity and its nasal passage or whatever, they were able to recreate what they think it sounded like.
Oh, interesting. How'd that go?
Oh, it's in admin chat.
It's an admin chat, and I mentioned that I can see where they're going with the sounds, but I feel like it sounds too ethereal.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm going through and doing this for chill real quick.
Hey, Vitaly. I'll put a link in YouTube chat too.
Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't you put all of them in there? Oh, man, right there. Oh, that's fine.
But I still, now I understand that, you know, it's not supposed to be 100%. I mean, we'll never be 100%. But I do like the idea that they were able to, you know, come up with a recreation. I think that's really cool. It kind of gives us a glimpse, you know what I mean? An idea.
Right.
I mean, it's at least I'm trying to see, you know, trying to figure out something. But still, it's still speculation, but it's still cool to have a, you know, a maybe, you know?
And who knows? Maybe that's what they did sound like. I mean,
exactly. You don't know. I mean,
but I do. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Well, I know it's fiction, but I think my favorite recreation I've ever heard was from the one of the Jurassic Park movies where they had recreated the voice box or whatever of the larynx.
The
Yeah,
Velociraptor, yeah.
yeah, of the Velociraptor, because I felt like that was really cool,
Yeah,
and
Oh, yeah.
I felt like that.
I
felt really
actually thought
organic.
about that when I listened to that video, because that's exactly the same thing they did here.
That's what I'm trying to say about this. It doesn't feel organic, and I
Yeah.
mean, I realize it's because it's not going to, you know, because
Yeah.
all they have is technology, unless they're doing literally what they did in that scene.
Yeah, which I doubt they did that. And I think that what they were trying to do too is why it doesn't really sound organic, is because they were trying to give you a series of different, you know, tones and different
Right.
volumes and a selection of different kind of calls.
Right, and I realized it wasn't supposed to be just one call.
Yeah.
I realized it's supposed to be a series.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say something that I do often think about is way into the future, and people looking back on our era and our discoveries and just the way we lived our lives.
I thought about
and
that.
you know, I mean, maybe to them a car is going to be something wholly, completely, 100% fucking different than what we know as a car,
Yeah.
and they're going to look at these cars and not necessarily understand them.
Yeah. Well, they're going to look at us and the animals that we live with, and they're going to be like, how did they act? How did they behave? How, you know, what were the extents of, and if they do find out humans built structures, they'll probably think, well, what was the extent of how much they could build? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, assuming that the ruins in Arizona hold up, which I don't see why they wouldn't,
yeah.
It would be very easy conclusion to look at those native ruins, the ones that are in the cliffside,
Mm-hmm.
and then look at any of our settlements now.
There's something on the hill behind us. I think it doesn't look big.
How do you change the font on something in Discord?
Or do you want it to be bold, or do you want it to be italics or underlined?
Bold.
3 asterisks on each side of the word.
3 asterisks.
Skylar Schaffer said,
Oh, bold and underlined, because 1 asterisk on each side is italics, two on each side is bold, and 2 of the... No... I'm not sure what the name of the actual symbol is, but it's where you hold down shift and hit the minus key. The big minus.
Yeah, okay. So
it's gonna be...
One would bold it, correct? One on either side?
Two asterisks are gonna bold it.
Okay.
And it needs to be 2 underscores on each side.
I just needed to stand out a little bit because I couldn't see what was going on. There we go.
that thing is still up there.
So, Safar, I'm downloading Star Wars Galaxies right now.
Oh. That's cool. I may have to download. I think I already have a copy downloaded.
So, yeah, I'm getting ready to download the client for the private server I'll be using too.
Was it the one that I showed you, the website that I showed you? Or what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The SWGEMU, that's
Yeah,
what
that,
I've always
yeah.
used. Okay. Jeez.
That thing that's on that ridge over there, it looks small. I don't think it's any... It's probably an aloe. Maybe it's an Alberto.
Okay, there we go.
Well, whatever it is, we need a change of scenery.
No.
Okay, there we go. I went through and edited the carnivore Apex log, so I can edit for Chill Mall, so she can have a break. That way she doesn't even have to get on to take care of that if she doesn't want to. Oh my god, I can totally hear that from in here.
Did you still want to have that meeting, Nicole? So I know when to end my stream.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an aloe.
Hmm. Oh, is he just watching us?
I don't know. Maybe they're planning an ambush. To that, I say good luck.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's a Serrato. That's a Serrato. That does not run like an aloe.
I thought it was based on the movement of the bushes.
Yeah,
You know what
I thought it was an aloe too. Huh?
You know what this reminds me of? Seeing us, you know, march together like this. The geese from Aristocats.
Wow. Damn.
Oh god. What are you guys playing as?
Fairies.
Oh. Okay. Good time.
I love that movie.
I do too, but
I don't know what that
because everybody
Serrato
wants
is.
to be a cat.
Because a cat's the only cat that knows where it's at.
Jesus Christ. It is storming where I am. All that shit's coming up here. Oh god! Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers. Not today, Isle Cliffs. Not today.
I like how we both stopped and
Yeah.
stared at it for a minute.
Like,
Almost like
whoa.
those, like the fucking penguins before they make the jump. They all sit there and wait.
The jump. And then one of them, like, pushes them off. They actually do that to, well,
they do.
test the waters. You see blood, oh god, but if you don't.
No blood, no blood. Okay, we're good. Everybody jump.
No guts,
Well,
no glory.
even if a predator catches the one that jumps in, the predator's gonna have just that one, and no one else is gonna eat.
Unless there's
they'll
multiple.
Just choose a different location to jump. They'll just choose a different location to jump.
Yeah.
This goes back to my argument from earlier, saying that birds are dumb.
Well, that's because birds are dumb. There is no arguing that.
I mean, they're intelligent for what they are, but they're not as intelligent as mammals. I wonder what the Serrato thought he was gonna do. He stayed up there for about 10 minutes and just watched us.
I don't know, maybe he wanted to see if we were gonna fight again or something.
There's only 10 people in right now? Whew.
There's more than 10 people on. 1, 2,
There's
3,
only 10 people
4, 5,
in
6,
chat
7,
right now.
8, 9, 10, 11. And there's 13.
11. What?
13.
13? There's only 10 people in. 2,
Oh.
3,
Did you
4,
count
5,
us?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10.
Someone's on the chat.
Well, 3 people are in the chat. That's okay. I'll come in and help.
I mean, the server's locked.
Dragon Crazy's on. Me and Safar are on. The Abyss. Waka. He's in voice chat. Luna's in voice chat. Java's in voice chat.
Wait, Luna? Yeah, okay, never mind. There's Luna.
M-Tane is in chat.
Is in.
Croc Bandit has a clone in chat.
Clone.
Margie Cat. Juggalo Jap.
And
Killer Raku. I don't see him on the...
I don't see him.
And... Demon Remix?
Not him.
Okay. Do you want to remind them, or do you want me to?
I've got
Okay.
Demon Remix.
Demon Remix and Killer Raku.
Yeah.
Timber said that, here's my favorite quote. When the last tree is cut down, the last fish eaten, and the last stream poisoned, you will realize that you cannot eat money.
What was the other person's name? Demon Remix, and what was the other person?
Killer Raku? Killer Haku? Oh, I was reading that right.
Is it one word?
Yeah.
Killer, H-A-K-U.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been reminded. Okay, I need to remember how to...
We go to spawn. Actually, wouldn't mind going to spawn. Maybe there's something there that will try and challenge us. I feel more comfortable going there with two of us.
Doesn't really look like anyone's online for the meeting either. I think Thalia said she was going to be gone for the weekend.
Yeah, she did. Man, bro.
May just push it until tomorrow, that way there's a little more notice.
Mm. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, what I'm going to talk about, the
Well,
three of us already
don't.
know. I'm not going to mention anything, I was just going to say
Okay.
that.
Wait, what is it about?
Here, let me just end stream for now.
You already know, Tam.
Okay. Sure.
I keep thinking that we're penguins from the back, and how we just stop.
Angry penguin.
Yeah. Super penguin. Yeah, there's a dinosaur that provides the most mystery, or one of the most mysteries of all dinosaurs. It's going to be Therizinosaurus and its predecessors. It's a very interesting animal.
Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's because it's a relatively new discovery.
Yeah, we don't know much about it. We just know that it looks so different from everything else. And watch her back in here. And that's the trunk. It's fine, timber. You don't have to. There's a trunk. Like the trike trot.
I honestly feel like the developers should have. Did he just threaten us?
Yes, he did. It's probably he's a bull.
I feel like the developers, when making the model, though, should have referenced like a rhino or something. At least in terms of their gait.
No, they're gonna develop where they want to. Plants hate you, Nicole.
Plants hate me?
Yeah. Out of anything else, they hate you.
Why?
Because you make it your mission to eat everything on the island. Even when you're getting killed, you will eat. If you were a dinosaur, I can see your dinosaur dying with food in its mouth. Just like, oh, let me get this one last bite.
Well, I mean, at least I die with a full belly.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Me and Nicole are fairies. I'm streaming.
Oh.
What the hell is his problem over there? Okay, why is he just calling? Oh, there's a car now. I'm glad we can actually see now because of the moon.
What you couldn't see before?
No, it's the transition between day and night.
Yeah, they've always had an issue with that.
This new update coming out, this new patch is going to be even darker, and you'll actually have to use the night vision. Which night vision is very much improved from the last time we were using it.
Well, that's
Depending. Sometimes it's too foggy.
No, I tested it. It won't. Well, into transitions, yes, but when it's complete night, and it will be darker than this, much darker, it's quite fine.
Well, since all of us are here, once Tam gets back from AFK, we can go ahead and start.
Okay.
Are all of us here? Thali is not here.
Foley is away for the weekend.
Oh, right. I forgot it was Friday. What about Crimson and... What's his face?
I'm not sure where Koga is, and Crimson's not online.
Okay.
Honestly, the call for a meeting was a little short notice.
Yeah.
Did we want to ask and see if Cram would like to get online?
We can.
Okay, I'll
I'll
message
end
him.
my stream here and pick it back up later. Yeah, we'll do more scientific talk later, Adrian.
No scientific talks.
I love
Science
scientific
is for
talks.
losers.
Science runs the world, unfortunately.
And it's for losers.
So I'll see y'all later.